How's it going, guys? I'm Connor from Running Warehouse.
And I'm John from Running Warehouse.
And today we are going to be taking a first look at the new On Cloudeclipse. Now, On has been coming in pretty strongly over the past year with some nice new additions. Recently, the Cloud Surfer was what really got me excited. And now with the Cloudeclipse, we take a lot of those elements, but raise it up a little bit higher, make it a little bit more cushion, really create a daily training workhorse that feels good over any distance.
Yeah, what On is doing is continuing its nice style, but now giving runners what we really like in daily trainers these days, and that's max stack in a pretty lightweight package. So I'm excited to see what the Cloudeclipse can do.
Yeah, and when we talk about max stack, we are not lying. This is 44 millimeters and coming in at 9.6 ounces, so a relatively lightweight design. Now, in the midsole, we have Helion foam. This is the foam we've seen in quite a few On shoes. Really creates a nice underfoot experience, a little bit soft, and definitely when I got this shoe on foot, it felt softer than any On shoe I've felt. You feel that squish in. I think part of that is also with the new CloudTec phase elements. We saw that in the Cloud Surfer, but with the higher stack heights, I feel like it's even more squishy. And you can't forget, the Speedboard is back. It was removed in the Cloud Surfer, but with the higher stack heights, I think this shoe needed that Speedboard to give it just a little bit more stability.
Yeah, Connor, you talked about the CloudTec phase, and I think On's really onto something with this design. Like you said, the Cloud Surfer, very popular model, and it just seems that with the design of the midsole and the CloudTec phase elements, you're just getting maybe a little bit more of a smooth transition to make running feel easier.
Yeah, I think that's what I really liked about the Cloud Surfer. I've had maybe not the most success with On shoes over the years, but when the Cloud Surfer came out, I just felt like you didn't quite feel the pods as much. It felt more smooth, but you still got all the benefits of that CloudTec design. And moving on down to the outsole, of course, we got lots of rubber, some flex grooves that are cut out in the forefoot and the heel, and we're gonna also get a closer look at that Speedboard design. This is a little bit different than some of the other Speedboards we've seen from On that are almost embedded into the shoe, full length, usually a little bit stiff, firm. This is gonna be right along the outsole, so it's exposed. It's only a partial design, and I think if anything, it's just gonna offer just that little bit of support, especially given the net bases of the shoe.
Yeah, speaking of the net bases, when we're talking about max stack shoes, we're used to seeing a wider base for that stability. And here the Cloudeclipse seems to have a slimmer, more narrow profile, which I think will help with being more nimble, so maybe a little more versatile. But when you're talking about those stacks and you're wanting the stability, and I'm wondering if the Speedboard is gonna help with that. It's nice and stiff here, so it looks like it's gonna offer that stability.
All right, moving on up to the upper and really wrapping the shoe all together, we've got an upper design that actually is very similar to what we see with the Cloud Surfer. Again, a lot of similarities between the two shoes. You've got a soft, premium mesh design, really nice aesthetic, good breathability, and there are some sustainability benefits, 100% recycled polyester mesh, and of course, the new dye process that uses 95% less water. So definitely a nice little benefit on top of a really good looking upper design.
Yeah, looking at the shoe, it just stands out as being really nice. That's not a surprise from On. Like you said, On always has really nice aesthetics. And so you're taking what people love already from On in that design, now you're bringing the elements that really make for a really good shoe. When you got that max protection, I think runners who enjoy those easy recovery days are gonna really like pairing the nice aesthetic with a shoe that can perform daily.
Yeah, you know, John, I think I'd agree. And I think overall, I am really excited for the On Cloudeclipse. Again, I've been trying to find On shoes that work for me. The Cloud Surfer was the first, and I think with myself being a runner who likes a little bit higher stack, a little bit more cushioning, the Cloudeclipse is going to work even better for my own daily training lineup. Long runs, daily runs, recovery day, anytime you want a lot of stack underfoot, I think this shoe is going to do well, and is probably going to compete with shoes like the More V4, maybe the Invincible. This will have its own unique underfoot experience, but is definitely going to be in the wheelhouse of those shoes with over 40 millimeters in stack.
Yeah, a lot to look forward to with this shoe. I think loyalists who've worn On for years are going to gravitate towards this design as well. And runners who maybe haven't used On before are going to like the technology that's been built and designed into the On Cloudeclipse to make it a really nice, enjoyable ride. So if you're looking to try this shoe on for yourself, you can find it here now at Running Warehouse.